Hello everyone and welcome back to the first tree. We are picking up right where we left off. I actually just noticed this was here. I said last time that we wouldn't have to find anything else up here, but as it turns out there is a little star here for us to pick up. I don't think it's a major clue, but I want to get it anyway because I don't know if the game will let me progress without them all. So now, fingers crossed, we should be able to just dive right down, so I'm just going to do that. Let's see. Oh, I see something here that I don't like the look of. Okay, never mind, it was just like a little book. I thought it was another dead fox. Goodness, we already saw one dead baby. I don't need to see another one. It's a gorgeous waterfall here though. So if you weren't here last time, the first tree is a kind of atmospheric, story-driven game. Right, hold on. It's a very atmospheric, story-driven game. It's like a puzzle. I want to call it a puzzle platformer. It's not that much of a platformer, I suppose. There we go. There is a lot of puzzles going on though. Definitely some platforming. To a degree. Let's see, I think I need to get hold of this again. Oh! Could miss that. So we are basically collecting up all these little clues in the form of those stars that are kind of dotted around. I wonder if I can jump up here using that. I don't think I can. Nope. Okay. There must be another way up there. Provided I can get up there at all. Let's see. Come on. So we are collecting all these little stars up, and they are giving us clues towards the life of this narrator who we as yet do not know. Oh, was I? Alright, hold on. I can't tell if there's a clue that I'm meant to be getting here. Like, I really can't. Because I feel like I need to get up there somehow, but I'm not 100% sure how that's possible. Can I get up there somehow? Doubt it. Oh. Come on. Oh, I did it! Okay, nice! We made it up here. I don't know if there's any clue to really be gathered here though. It just looks like... And this is just the car that I think they drove, as revealed in the last episode. That got them in trouble with the police. Yes. Alright, let's have a looky. So these are little clues that we can dig up. Okay.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I had proved the ultimate point. But my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
Hmm. Spooky. So, from what I gather about this game, I did mention this last time, but I'll mention it again anyway, is that the stories of the fox and like the fox that we're playing as right now and the guy who's narrating are like really interwoven. Like she's looking for her 2 lost cubs. That's what she's doing. Completely separate to what he's doing. Now I'm wondering if I can actually get up here okay. Obviously I need... Oh, I need to get all 3? I see, I understand now. Okay, so I need to get 1 from the waterfall and then I can get the other 2 by walking. Okay, I completely get it now. I totally have this. I figured it out. I was really curious as to why there was one there. That's why I jumped through the waterfall to see maybe if I needed it to jump through there. But I don't. I need that for something completely different. Okay, so I need to get all 3 at once. That should be easy enough. Once I've got this one, the other 2 are pretty accessible by walking. As long as I remember not to jump. Right, 1. 2. And the 3rd one is just here. So they stack. That's interesting. I was pretty sure you could get to this by walking. Dang it. Okay. I can't. Surely there is a way up there by walking, because... Yes, okay there is. Alright, let's try that again. Let's jump those off, and then we'll try that again. You just have to angle it right while trying to walk up that little rock there. Here we go. And then we jump up. And then we jump up. And then we jump up. Okay. Get them. We're getting the hang of this now. Figuring it out. Alright, so I just need to make sure I angle this right and I should be able to just run up. There we go. That's all 3 butterflies on. Does she run faster with them or is that just me?
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush and able to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time. Okay, let's see, there's one down here. I was really worried for a second there, like, am I gonna have to jump down and do all that again just to get that one clue? But it worked itself out. We're all good. What's over here? If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Oh. I had a moment that like maybe I killed her, but I think it's just loading a new screen. Yeah, it's just loading a new time. Oh, this is strange. We're in like... This looks very vaguely jungle-like. I can see that there is something to do down there, but I just want to check to make sure there's nothing down here as well. Yeah, look, there's more. There's like loads more. So I feel like we're going to be on this trek a while. Trying to get all the different clues that we can. There's something very spooky about this forest. I can't quite put my finger on why, but it's a little spooky.
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
Oh, I feel like I gotta head back the other way because it seems like a very open expanse. And I'm really cautious about missing stuff and having to run all the way back to do things. How long this game will take if I have to do all that running back. Let's see. Maybe it's just as extensive that way and I would have to run back regardless, but well, that is to be seen. There seems to be a bit more of an edge this side though. So I'll head this way first. Back where we came from. There we go. There's the other stars. I think you can go, like, in any direction you go in. Like, this direction seems to have one as well. Okay, it's a plant. I was, like, sensing movement. I was like, it looks like there's a wolf ahead. That doesn't seem very safe. But, alas, it is fine. It's all good. Oh, the music's changed. I don't know how I feel about that.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
I can see stuff over here. I'm wondering if these little stars are like completely optional. I don't know anymore. There we go. It's entirely a possibility that the little stars are just optional and I'm getting a little bit obsessive over them for no reason, but you know, better to be safe than sorry, I suppose. If I had to run back and collect them all, that would be incredibly depressing. So these little things that I have to touch my nose to are strange. I'm not entirely sure how they work, because it took me a little while to get it. Okay, that seems to do it. Nope. Okay, I have to wait for it to be down and then touch it with my nose. That makes slight more sense, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. There seems to be a lot going on in this part of the map, though. Or this part of the game, I suppose. Okay, I wonder how much exploring I'm gonna have to do here. It seems to be quite big. Lots going on. Lots going on here. Oh, there's like a little cabin there. That's spooky. It's like a half-buried cabin.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk. And I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
Yep, there we go. I was half expecting to see somewhere with water that I could see a ghost or something. But no. Alas not. Let's see. Another one here, just a little one, so not a big clue. But I think that is a big clue over there that I could see. We'll head towards that. Well, now I'm not sure where I saw it. Let's head back that way. There it is. Okay. Back on track, back on track. Oh, looks like I have to head way up. Oh goodness. Okay. I think I have to find a way through here. Like, I think that's the ultimate goal. Maybe it'll even give me a clue. Nope. Okay. But I think with that it's actually time for me to head this direction that I was heading in for the first place. I think that rounded it out quite well. I gotta find a way up there. I think. Yes, we gotta find a way up there. So I guess just keep heading this way and see where it takes us. I don't really know if I can see any more glowies. Am I sure that that's not a different one? It seems closer than that. Yeah, it's like on this tree. I didn't even notice that. I think. I could be wrong. We'll soon find out. Yeah, this was the clue that I saw before. Was it not? Alright, now I'm getting a bit puzzled. Hold on. It's like right here. Okay, I think I have to get all three of the things and then it'll make sense. So I need to find a third thing. The things. I'm sure there's a term for it, like spirits maybe? Since they're talking all about spirits, maybe they're little spirits that I've got to get to guide the way. But where, oh where, could the third one be? Be running around forever trying to find it. It seems like a pretty big area. I'm just gonna assume... I mean, that looks like a little rock that it could be. Or maybe not. Maybe that's just a regular old rock. Yep, it's just a regular old rock. There's definitely something going on around here. For sure, something. There's a little boat here, which I'm sure means something. Right. I'm not seeing anything new though. I'm not even seeing any of those little stars. Nothing. Like there's a little thing over there, I guess. Oh, there we go. There's one. There's one. Each area is just so different from each other. Like, this is complete. Like, I don't even think this is not. Maybe. Well, this is summer, I guess. If the last one was spring, I suppose. I'm not 100% sure on anything in this game, really. I'll have to find out what I get.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes, the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. Then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
Here, a little pigeon. Some kind of little pheasant just cooed at me. There must be something through here. There must be. Oh goodness. It's awfully spooky around here. Like I've tripped into some kind of canyon. Okay. I'm gonna head around just in cases. Nothing? This is so strange. Where'd this entire like canyon come from? So I'm guessing this whole area that we're exploring is meant to be like the land that belongs to that family then. At least that's what I'm assuming. That's what the game's making it sound like for sure. Oh, yep, there is definitely more to do around here. Yes, there is another one of those little pedestal type things. That's exactly what I was hoping to find here. Come on, there we go. And one more. There we go. So now we just have to... Oh! There we go! We've got him. So I think that has made those vines that were blocking our way before go away. Oh, I think that's what they were meant to do. I want to see if... Nope. Okay. I was hoping maybe I could, like, climb my way out there, but I guess not. I could do it here, maybe? Nope! Okay, I gotta walk all the way out. That's a shame. I was hoping I could do a bit of parkour. But no! We are going to have to run all the way out. There we go. Out we get. And that brings us out here. And now I guess we just need to find where the little tangle, you know, the thing. I think it's just around here. We'll find out. Because it sounded like those, like, brambles that were in the way, or the thicket, or the branches, or whatever that was in our way before I'm looking our path. I've gone away now. I mean, that's what the achievement we got also made it sound like, so we'll find out. And whether or not I'm going the right way is an entire other question. Something over there. Let's head towards that first. So it looks like I may have missed it clear. We'll see. I thought I saw one anyway. Yes, right there, right there. I see it. Let's head her that way. I don't know how I missed it. It seems like a pretty obvious one. Unless it's just pointing us back towards that other pedestal, which I doubt. Because I didn't seem to get much of an indication as to where those were to begin with. Yeah, that looks like something entirely new that I've got to like jump up to, or just find some way up to. Is there one up there? I guess I just missed it. Oh, we'll see. No, it is! It's pointing me towards that pedestal I already got. Dang it! Okay. Alright, let's head back that way. I went all that way for nothing. Dang it. Well, it's not long now until we'll be around to the place that I need to be. Come on, Foxy. There we go. So I think that's just straight ahead. That's well, it should be straight ahead. Here we go. But to yours and my distress, I'm sure, I am actually going to wrap it up right there. It's time to finish for the day. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode, this new adventure in the first tree. I think we're about halfway through the game now. So we'll see how much longer it takes me to actually finish it and how much longer you guys can come on this adventure with me. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time when we will pass through this area here and continue on our journey through the forest in the first tree. I'll see you guys next time, and bye-bye.